Tragic landslide at Kampala garbage dump claims 13 lives. A closer look at the ongoing crisis. A devastating landslide at Kiteezi, the only landfill site in Kampala, Uganda, has tragically claimed the lives of 13 people, with more feared to be trapped under the rubble. The landslide, triggered by recent heavy rainfall, occurred late on Friday night, burying homes located on the edge of the landfill. As rescue teams continue their efforts, at least 14 people have been pulled out alive, though the full extent of the damage remains unclear. The growing risk of Kiteezi landfill. Kiteezi, which has been serving as the city's primary garbage disposal site for decades, has long been a source of concern for local residents. What was once a manageable landfill has now grown into a massive hill of waste, towering over the surrounding areas. The site has not only become an eyesore but a hazardous environmental threat. Residents have raised alarms about the dangers posed by the landfill, which include pollution, health risks, and the potential for such tragic incidents. A history of neglect. The tragedy at Kiteezi is not an isolated incident. Across Africa, poorly managed garbage dumps have been the cause of similar disasters. In 2017, a massive landslide at a garbage dump in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, resulted in the deaths of at least 115 people. A year later, in Mozambique, 17 lives were lost in a similar incident in Maputo. These events highlight a broader issue of waste management in rapidly growing urban areas across the continent. In Kampala, the local authorities have been aware of the risks associated with the Kiteezi landfill for years. Despite repeated warnings and complaints from residents, efforts to secure a new landfill site have been delayed. The ongoing crisis at Kiteezi underscores the urgent need for better waste management practices and infrastructure in Kampala and other African cities facing similar challenges. The human toll. The recent landslide at Kiteezi is a stark reminder of the human cost of neglecting essential infrastructure. Families have been displaced, lives have been lost, and the community is left to grapple with the aftermath of a disaster that could have been prevented. The Uganda Red Cross has set up tents for those who have been displaced, but the road to recovery will be long and arduous. As rescue operations continue, there is a growing call for accountability and swift action to address the underlying issues that led to this tragedy. The people of Kampala, like many others across Africa, deserve better. They deserve a safe and clean environment, free from the dangers posed by poorly managed waste. The way forward. This incident should serve as a wake-up call for local authorities, not just in Kampala but across Africa. There needs to be a concerted effort to improve waste management practices, invest in new infrastructure, and prioritize the safety and well-being of residents. The lessons from Kiteezi and other similar tragedies must be heeded to prevent further loss of life and ensure that communities are not left to live in the shadow of looming environmental disasters. As the people of Kampala mourn the loss of their loved ones, the world watches, hoping that this time, the calls for change will not go unanswered.